Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Ricardo and I'm Bujo Boosted. Welcome to my channel. All of my new followers, this channel has been growing so fast over this month, the month of January, and I'm so grateful for that. Right now I'm really close to 4,000 followers and I'd love to reach that goal before the end of the month. The month of January is almost over. It's been so fast, guys. I don't know where this month went. And I have started setting up the month of February. So today I'm going to do a flip through of the month of January and then I'm going to show you the setup for the month of February. Also, I'd love if this video could get 300 likes. I'm sure that we could get that. Also, this week I have uploaded the second episode of my new series, Bujo Boost Your Study Life, so don't forget to go check that out. And with no further ado, let's get started. Okay guys, for those of you who don't know this journal, this is my official journal. It's a Leuchtturm1917 A5 dotgrid and I'm going to first show you the month of January. If you watch my December review and January setup video, you've already seen the spread. This month, the spread has been working pretty well. I'm really happy about this calendar view, which helps me a lot. And this month, this review section down here has worked really well. Basically, what I do is that at the end of the week, I track how many Instagram followers I have, how many YouTube followers I have, and how much money is left on my main bank account. I've been pretty consistent. I've been filling this every week, so I'm keeping it on the month of February. However, I wasn't really satisfied about this goals section right here because I didn't really go back to it. And as you can see, I actually forgot to set a goal for health this month. So I've changed this in my February setup. Here I have my Ultimate Productivity Challenge. It's been working really well for me. I'm almost done with level 1. If you don't know about this challenge, I filmed a video. You can find it in my channel. Then here I have my January memories and my Bujo Boost Your Vocab page. I absolutely adore these two pages because it's so colorful and it's so beautiful. So my January memories page is a page that I use in order to keep track of all of the best moments of this month. So I really love to come back to this page because here is where I keep all of the best memories for this month. As you can see here, this month I got my very first tumble. Here it is, and I'm really happy about it. I can't wait to get more of these. Also, I found this amazing stationery place. It's called Rogier Play, and they have so much stuff. It's seriously, it's like my bullet journal paradise. And that's where I got these amazing stickers. As you'll see, throughout the month of January, I've been using these stickers ever since I got them, and I'm so happy about this. As you can see, I've been using some here and here. Also, I'm really happy because I've got so many new followers this month. I reached 3,000 followers on YouTube and 4,000 followers on Instagram, and I couldn't be more excited than that. Then here I have my Bujo Boost Your Vocab page. Here I keep track of all of my Chinese because I'm trying to learn one Chinese word per day. The first 2 weeks of January were kind of messy because I had all of my exams, but I decided to go back to Chinese studying and to fill the spread in, and it looks so amazing and I'm in love with this page. Moving on, I have my Checker Life Check page. This is a spread that I use to keep track of how well I'm doing on all the different aspects of my life. If you're interested about this spread, I've filmed a video about it. It's on my channel and I'm gonna link it down below. Here, as you can see, I've got a blank page. This month has been kind of busy, so I didn't really have time to color this page in. And here we dive into the very first weekly spread of the month of January. As you can see, I haven't changed this setup. If you're interested about this setup, I have filmed a video about 7 weekly spread layouts, and you have all the information that you need on that video. Moving on. Here I have some dailies. As you can see, the very first 2 weeks of January were very busy because I had all of my exams, so I didn't really have time to do my dailies. So you'll see a couple of blank pages, more dailies here. Yeah, as you can see, these pages are completely blank. That's because I was too busy studying for my exams. Actually, I was so busy that I didn't really have time to set this whole week up, but that's alright. A friend of mine helped me with coloring this page a bit in. I did some journaling here and some lettering, and you know, you can always turn the page and start again. So after I was done with my exams, I really needed to go back to bullet journaling. I really needed to go back to my journal, and that's why I set this brain dump up, and this one has been so helpful. If you watched the first episode of my series Bujo Boost Your Study Life, you know that that's one of my tips. Doing brain dumps is extremely helpful, especially if you are coming out of a very busy, stressful period. So I use this brain dump to plan all of my following weeks, and this way I was able to go back to regular planning, regular journaling, and I was really happy about that. Here, as you can see, I've got my new YouTube schedule. This week, I'm filming this February setup and January review, and as you can see, next week, I'll be posting a video about this study log. As you know, there is a study log video on my channel already, but that video has got some audio issues, so I have decided to refilm an updated version of that video. On this side, I have a small brain dump so that I can, write down some ideas for more upcoming videos. Moving on, I have some dailies. I have some Chinese vocab. Sometimes I like to fill these blank pages with some Chinese vocab so that I can study, I can review my Chinese, and it looks really pretty. Moving on, I have my next weekly spread. So I'm sticking to the same format. I've added this small quote down here. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this quote. A lot of people like this quote so much. As you can see, this month I was really going back to the basics of the system, so I have nothing fancy, only the date up here and the regular rapid logging with all the tasks, the signifiers and such. If you're interested about how rapid logging works, I've filmed a video about the daily spread and you can go check that out in my channel. This week, I wanted to try out this time ladder. I have seen a lot of people on Instagram using it. So basically what you do is that you write down here the hours, and you can use these two parts of your page in order to do some pre-planning. Then I have my spring semester dashboard. I adore this page. I'm absolutely in love with it, and I've been using it so much ever since I started my second semester at university. On this side, I have all of the subjects with all the colors. I'm sticking to a very solid color coding system. I have the teacher right here. And on this side, as you can see, I have my schedule. Since my schedule will be changing from one week to the other, I have decided to use these sticky notes. Not sure if you can see it, but I've cut all the sticky notes so that I can, remove that if I don't need them, so that I can have a clear view of what my current week looks like. Moving on, I have decided to draw the spread for my brand new Bujo Boost Your Study Life series. So it's pretty basic. I have the episode here, the colors that I use, the subject of the episode, and the stationery item of the week. If you don't know about this series, I have a special journal right here where I write down one spread per episode. Each episode I focus on a different subject and I give you 3 tips about that subject. Moving on, this week I started using my new setup. If you watched my last video, this is the very last setup that I showed you in that video. As you can see here, I have the date, my checkup section, my social media section, the Chinese word of the day, and I've decided to include the top 3 of the day section, which I'm really happy about. Basically, what I do at the end of the day, I go back to the day and I write down the top 3 things that happened on that day. So it's my new gratitude log, but I really like to have this top 3 aspect to it. Also, I've started using this lovely stickers. Not sure if you can see them. This sticker right here is from the set that I showed you here, and I'm absolutely in love with these stickers. So I've been using a sticker per day, as you'll see in a moment, and I'm really happy about this setup. Moving on, I have my current week right here, and as you can see, I have changed things a bit. I have, as usual, my social goals on the side, my checkup section, my habit tracker, and on that side, I've decided to use something that I saw on Instagram. It's a running list, and this idea is from Blue Lahe. I'm going to leave the description in the description box below. You can find her on Instagram, and basically what you do is that you have the days on this side and all of the actions on this side. You draw one box according to when you want to do that specific action, and if you do get that action done, you color the box in. Otherwise, you'll move the box forward. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, that today I don't film the video that I'm currently filming. In that case, I would move this box from here to my following day. This is a very good idea because you have both the to-do list aspect and the time aspect, so I'm really happy about it. I think I'm definitely going to keep this section in my new weekly spreads. As you can see, this is my current week, and I've been sticking to this format, which I'm really happy about. So what I do is that I have the time here, the top 3 of the day, and I have these 2 sections right here, one for university and one for social. These 2 sections are for pre-planning, which means that I would fill these boxes in the previous day. This way, when I wake up in the morning, I have already something pre-planned for the day. Then, down here, as you can see, I have all of the entries. And this week, I've been pretty consistent with this format. I've been using the stickers and coloring with different colors every day. As you can see here, I've got a really nice cow down here. A friend of mine drew it in for me. So I'm pretty happy about this setup, and this week has been so productive to me. Here we get to today's daily spread. As you can see, I've tried something different. This is something that I got from Rose Makes Plants, and I showed in the latest video as well. So basically what you do is that you have the time from 7 to 11, and you can draw lines like this in order to visualize your time boxes, and you can do all sort of pre-planning according to the time boxes. I plan on filming a video whole about time boxing in your bullet journal. On this side, I have my monthly review. So what I do is that I divide the spread into 4 parts. One for all of the things that worked during this month, one for all of the things that did not work, and the other 2 sections for all of the spreads that I want to improve and the ones that I want to include in my February setup. So basically, I go over every single page of the month of January, and I think about each section, and I try to have every single section in here. As you can see, this month my setup worked really well, besides the fact that the first 2 weeks I was way too busy to actually use the system. However, as I was saying, my goal section didn't really work in my monthly spread, and I didn't really work on my gratitude. I've already fixed this gratitude problem by including the top 3 things of the day in my daily spread. And as you'll see in a moment, I have changed my goals section in the monthly spread. So pretty simple, pretty basic. I highly recommend to do a monthly review. This helps you understand what you need to work on and how you can improve your system. So now let's dive into my February setup. For the month of February, I have chosen these 2 lovely pastel colors, which I absolutely adore. These are koi brush pens, and these are my favorites. As you can see, I'm keeping the same calendar view right here. I have the project section, and I have decided not to have my goal section because I wasn't really going back to that page. So instead, this month, I'm having an action plan section. So what I plan on doing is to think about all of the projects that I can work on the month of February. If you've seen my new bullet journal setup video, you know that I have a project section right here. Let me show it to you. I keep a list of projects that I want to work on and a list of someday projects that I kind of want to work on, but they are not as important right now. So what I do is that at the end of the month, I go back to this page and I see if there's a project that I can work on. Then I would move this from this list onto my projects list of the month. Then I'm going to focus on each project and I'm going to do an action plan so that I know which actions I can take in order to accomplish those projects. I hope that this section will work. I'll keep you updated. As you can see, the rest is pretty similar. I have my monthly review down here and my working hours review down here. Moving on, this month I have set up my new study log. So I'm planning to film a video about the study log next week. During the month of January, I didn't have a study log because I only had exams and then I was on vacation. But I'm finally back to school, so I really need to keep track of what I'm studying. To give you a quick explanation of how the system works, on this side I have the date, and up here I have all of the subjects. So whenever I get something done for a specific subject, I would cross that subject here and then add a description of what I did on this side. This way I know exactly which subject I worked on and what I did. And it is really important to know when you did some stuff, because when studying, sometimes you really don't realize when you last studied something. This spread has been working really, really well for me, and it's definitely my top spread if you are a student. So don't miss next week's video. Moving on, I have a spread that I have created for a project that I'll be working on for school. So it's pretty basic. I've got all of the weeks on this side. It's a 12-week project. So I'm gonna do some pre-planning on this side. I'm going to fill in each box with all of the tasks that I want to get done on each week. And I'm gonna write down some important information on this side. Moving on, I have my February memories. I've used the same colors as in my monthly spread, and I just can't wait to fill this guy in. Then on the side, I have my check or life check. As you can see, I haven't really changed much. I have decided to add this section down here so that I knew exactly which week represented, because in my last check or life check spread, I didn't really know which week I was tracking just by looking at the spread, so there was some information missing that I now have down here. Moving on, I have redesigned my Bujo Boost Your Vocab page. As you can see, I have decided to go for a 2-page spread, and that is because I needed more space for my characters. You can see here on my January Bujo Boost Your Vocab page, I didn't really have much space for my characters, and I really want them to be as neat as possible, as clear as possible, and it's really important, especially when you study Chinese, to have a clear character. So for this month, I'll be having much more space for the characters. As you can see here, I have already started drawing these small boxes for the characters, so each box will be used for one character. Moving on, this month I have decided to try something different. This is a finances tracker. Let me zoom this in a bit. So as you can see, I have all of the weeks right here, week 1 all the way to week 4, and here I have different entries. So what I'm gonna do is that at the end of each week, I'm going to fill this tracker in as part of my weekly review. This way I have a clear view of where my money is going, because this month I've been spending so much money. I felt that I didn't have control over where my money was going, so this was a spread that I did need a lot. So I'm gonna see whether this works or not, and I plan on adding a weekly finances section within my new weekly spread as well. So pretty simple, pretty basic. I just can't wait to start using it, and I can't wait to start filling this project's action plan section for the month. For all of you who follow me on Instagram, this month I'm planning to do a 4-week play with me Bujo boosted games. Last Christmas I decided to do some games on Instagram. Each week I would post a different game, and you people like those games so much. That's why I decided to go back to more play with me games. So if you haven't already, go follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in a comment below what you thought about today's video. What do you think about my February setup? Which part of my setup did you like the most? Let me know that. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye!